What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I would like to welcome you on to another edition of Wayne's Perspective, where we operate in discipline, decency, integrity, and respect. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but after my normal YouTube rounds, there was one video that caught my ear today, and I decided to do a reaction video. So before I get started, I just want to give a shout out to Brother Harvey at the Your World channel. I've been listening to this brother since 2016. I agree with him about 90% of the time, and he keeps the content coming. So again, I just want to send a shout out to him. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and head over to his channel. Again, it's called Your World, and give him a follow. He's pretty good at what he does, and he offers a real good perspective on a lot of things. So I think you'll enjoy his content. So without further delay, I'm going to go ahead and get into his video. And again, this is fair usage with this video. And again, much props to Brother Harvey for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get my screen shared, and we're going to get right into it. All right, here we go.
I've often said that America is violent. And I often say that a particular group of people have always been violent. And I think it's genetic. I really do think it's genetic now, because they've gotten away with it for so long, but they like to project the other groups of people are violent. And then I say all human beings are violent. We all are. We all have capabilities of being violent, even yours truly. But the thing is, I recognize that I can be violent, and I check myself every day to get not to engage or embrace those urges. Yes, we have police officers, we have men and women in the military that sometimes have to engage in conflicts or engage in situations where they have to make life and death situations, choices, excuse me. And believe you me, we'd rather not pull those triggers. Believe you me, to hear that round fire off, to hear it hit a person's body, see a person go down and hear them take their last breath, that doesn't sit well with you. Because even though you knew you had to do it, you had to do something, you had to do that, either me or them, it still does not sit well with a person that has a conscience. But there are a lot of people out here who do not have consciences, and don't think because somebody's young that they can't have hatred in their heart, because it can't come from somewhere. But when I see celebrities and politicians and talking heads go out there and advocate violence, or sometimes think they're cute by half and do a wink and a nod, they know exactly what they're doing. And I'm telling you, especially when Obama got in office, you start hearing people ratchet up about violent behavior. Sarah Palin and it kept going and going. When Trump got in,
That's true.
Hit them, knock them on their ass. Don't be soft with them, rough them up.
Exactly. And what I've been saying on my channel, in my previous videos about Donald Trump, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, you can say it. Even though it was there, it really ratcheted up under Obama. And then once Trump got into office, it exacerbated once he got in. So, yeah, he's speaking facts here. Let's continue.
And then you got Tom Cotton and them constantly dropping hints about violent acts and stuff. This is why you see people confront people putting their hands, crossing boundaries that some probably never crossed years ago.
And that was ratcheted up during the Trump era. Yeah, we remember all of that. People being a constant left and right, and just people just being emboldened. And like I said before, and like Harvey has said, they showed their natural asses during those years. Let me tell you something. And it's interesting to me that we're not seeing a lot of that now. And I think I have a reason as to why we're not seeing it. But during that period, from the moment Trump came down the escalator all the way up until January 6, 2021, yeah, they showed their natural asses, and people just became emboldened, almost like they had a license to act a certain way because they were a Trump supporter. We seen it all. We seen it all in real time. So let's continue.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, this is something new. We've always had people that have been violent, but people have been
Right.
bold. People are
Right.
not hiding. They're not playing cute with it. They're coming out saying what they believe. You have people in office, I mean, coming out saying, run people down, stab them, shoot them. This is what.
Okay, and let me stop right there. Okay, as a future politician, now, do I agree with protests? Yes, I do. That's one of the beacons of a free society is being able to peacefully protest. Now, hopefully this don't ruffle any feathers, but I am going to say it because I'm speaking truth here. I do not agree with protests where the people who's doing the protest and they block traffic and all of that. I don't agree with that. Because you got people who got places to go. I get that you want to make your presence felt and you want to, make your feelings known, but when you start blocking traffic in terms of highways or just regular roads, people got places to be, whether it's work, I mean, you just never know, so you don't want to get into the habit of blocking traffic just to make your point, because you're going to block the wrong person and you don't want things to get out of hand and things like that. So like I said, I agree with protesting, but not in a case where you're blocking traffic and just causing all sorts of disruptions. That's not going to help anybody. If anything, it's going to make the situation worse. So that's my stance on that. And I would not sign on to or vote on any legislation that causes or encourages violence against protesters. That's where I stand.
Why they defended people like Cal Rittenhouse and George Zimmerman. This is why they made them the poster boys of certain movements. This is
Right.
why they wasn't out here uh, upset when that man went in that supermarket, where that guy went to that family dollar and shot innocent people. This is why they wasn't upset about Sandy Hook or the Pulse or the school shootings, because they live in a world where they feel that in order for them to get their way, they have to be violent until
Right.
it touches them.
Yes, that's why I wanted to stop at. So Harvey is making a good point here. It's almost like, okay, when it comes to violence, you want to advocate violence and you want to do all of this and all that. But when it touches you, when it touches your family, that's when it becomes a problem. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I know that going into politics, I am going to be dealing with people who don't agree with some of the things that I say, and I know that's going to be the case vice versa, but we can always talk about things. We can all, even if we agree to disagree. But one thing that I would never do, I would never advocate violence or wish anything violent on those I disagree with or anyone else for that matter. It's just no cause for that, because I know other people have families, they have children, and things like that. So no, I'm never going to put myself in a position where I'm going to outright advocate some bad happen to somebody that I disagree with. I mean, for example, this dude Tom Cotton, I'm pretty sure he has a family. Politically we probably wouldn't agree on much, but I'm not going to outright advocate violence towards him or anybody that supports him just because we politically disagree. It's not going to help anything. It's not. Trump, I have a lot of things to say about Trump, but I wouldn't advocate for violence against him and his family. What is that going to do for me? Now, you can always say that in reverse. Yeah, they'll advocate violence against me, but at the same time, number one, you don't stoop to that level. Yeah, you still have to, make your presence felt and make your opinions known, yes, and do all of that. You don't stoop to that level in terms of violence. You just got to be a little bit more strategic with it, and yes, be more disciplined with it as well. But like I said, political violence, no, it's not going to help anyone. And again, when there's the case of a mass shooting or something like that, the first thing that they want to say is, thoughts and prayers, and it's too soon to talk about it. But the moment that it touches them, in which God forbid that it doesn't, but the moment that it touches them, then we're supposed to drop everything. That's when it's going to become an urgent issue. That's when the likes of Tom Cotton and the Republicans and stuff like that, they'll be on ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, MSNBC, CNN talking about We got to do something. My family was put in danger and everything in between. See, when it's the Democrats advocating for it, it's a non-issue, but it only becomes an issue when the Republicans advocate for it. Right. Let's continue on.
But even then, they still want more guns. How
Right.
many times we see politicians, their family pose with guns? They got to be the most asinine thing, but they have to turn around and call you a thug. And when I mean thug, they're talking about black folk.
Yep.
And the irony is, they'll put metal detectors in our schools. How you don't hear about black schools getting shot up? Remember back in the day when they said people going postal? Because the term come from people going to the post office, shooting the post office, so going postal. But they don't even use that term anymore. They say mass shootings. I mean, this dude said on television, advocated that people do harm to protest. Look, I got my issue with some of these protests. Even there's
Right.
causes that I might believe in or don't believe in. I don't want to see people be harmed. I mean, yeah,
Exactly.
they can get annoying. Yeah. Because just the other day, I wasn't even in traffic, but I was at home just getting annoyed looking at them. They had people snark traffic up there near O'Hare Airport. People had to get out of their cars and walk up to the airport so they wouldn't miss their flights. And I'm like, if that was my car, I ran them over. I said, I shouldn't think that way. And the reason why I thought that was because I said, I know it's like to be in traffic and people, and you realize why you sit in the traffic is gapers delay. Somebody being nosy, seeing a car accident, or too nosy seeing a state trooper or a police officer pull somebody over for a traffic stop, or somebody on a cell phone and people too busy looking. I mean, it's a stupid shit. But when politicians openly do this, they know that they can get away with it because if somebody say, hey, what if somebody say do the same thing to you? They know, hey, somebody threatened my life. Me and my family are afraid.
Exactly. That's the point that I just made a few moments ago. Exactly.
Then somebody come knock on their door. We know it's against the law to be threatened to elected official. See, this is why Donald Trump and all these people say the things they say. They know they can't be touched. They
Right.
know they got automatic protections.
Complete protection.
They know exactly what they doing.
Exactly. They know what they're doing. When they say stuff like this or advocate for things like this, it's no slip of the lip. They mean what the hell they saying. They know what the hell they saying. And I don't want to hear, he didn't say it the way that you thought, or at worst, or he was just playing. You see, again, everything is a damn joke until it touches you. Why everything got to be a joke? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to advocating violence in this form, especially political violence, these people ain't joking. I mean, it's obvious.
That's why Rush Limbaugh, Bill O'Reilly, they never figured out getting sued. Because they said freedom of speech. That's what they have about freedom of expression.
Exactly. And you notice that the majority of the people that he's naming, they lean, right wing, whereas it's freedom of speech when they make comments like this. But let's say if it was left wing, then that's when it becomes a problem, right? Got it.
This is why people look at the United States as hypocrites. Because guess what we are? We quit to pass judgment on other places, but we know different.
Yes, let's keep it real. The United States is a very hypocritical society. It's a lot of good with our country, but there's a lot of bad too. We're largely hypocritical society. So I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, we might have some freedom, I wouldn't necessarily say freedom of movement, because as a black person, there's only so much I can do and say without somebody putting a whammy on us. But the thing is, this dude is what, a year younger than me, and this dude thinks he's more entitled to things because of his skin, because of his political affiliation. But this dude, and he said before, talked about violence. He's encouraging. He's defending it.
Yep.
But he's not the
Yep.
only one. I'm telling you now, I'm telling you now. Only way these people are ever going to stop thinking the way they think is something going to happen major to specifically to that group of people. They're going to have come Jesus moment. Even then, when I think when they have a come Jesus moment, there's always going to be somebody going to still be saying, nope, 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 we still got to be violent. We still got to get our way. Now, for those of you who don't think that way, you guys got a problem. Like y'all like to point out with our issues in our community. Our issues were brought upon by people like this dude. Always butting into things, being nefarious towards us. But y'all got a problem. Y'all like to project all y'all violent behaviors to everybody else. But when you sit back and say, who's the most violent on this planet? Nobody can be a so-called Caucasian person. Because everything y'all do is about violence. We look about what's going on in Russia, with Ukraine, with Israel.
Straight violence.
I mean, think about it. Y'all, you just want to take over land and subject people to pain and suffering because of greed, just because of hatred.
Exactly.
And then you got other countries that want to be like y'all. They want to get involved in with greed and just you sit there and you're like, and then that shit influence people who like me in other countries. So you got this clusterfuck of hate. I'm not gonna lie. It's times I get up in the morning, I turn on the TV, I just shake my head. I'm like, when are we as human beings gonna get our shit together? But these men and women sit back, collect these big ass salaries, and all they do is sit around and just manipulate people into just these positions because they got it. You're too young to have this kind of hatred in your heart, man. But he openly wished hate on people. I mean, he really wants to see people harm other people because of political beliefs. Look, man, we gotta learn how to agree to disagree.
Exactly. My point.
And the irony is, you out here talking about you don't want women to get abortion, but you advocate for people to do harm to people because of your political disagreements.
And the one question that the one thing that I'm going to say on abortion again, and I'll move on, is that, this is not, and it's never been about quote unquote killing kids. It's never been about that. I support abortion, and I support a woman's right to do what she wants to with her body. That decision should be up to her and her doctor. And if she has a significant other, they should be discussing this. It should not be up to legislators and politicians and things of that sort. It should be up to the woman and her doctor. Let's move on.
So you can't be pro-life. You can't. You're a hypocrite. You sitting there talking about you want to save lives, but at the same time you want to end lives. If people don't agree with you politically, don't follow your lead.
Exactly.
Do as I say, not as I do.
All right, now stop it right there. And again, shout out to Harvey for this video, as well as the other content that he puts out there. And again, we can agree to disagree, but we do not have to resort to violence as a result, because it's not going to help anything. All it's going to do is just make things worse. And like I said, there's a lot of Republicans that I disagree with. And that guy, Tom Cotton, he's one of them. But I'm never going to advocate for violence because I disagree with you. I don't want to bring harm to you or see that any harm is done to you because we disagree politically and philosophically and ideologically on a number of issues. It's not going to help anything. So we come to the end of this video. Again, shout out to Harvey, and go ahead and follow that brother at Your World if you haven't done so already. Let me know what you think about this video. Do you think that when it comes to political violence, there's a justification for it, or do you think that it's going to hurt things in the long run? Just let me know what you think. As far as the channel goes, not sure if any of you have checked out the update that I did a day or so ago. But I am putting together the Nas video. I do plan to get that out on either Saturday or Sunday. Be on the lookout for the next Trump Effect, which is part 4. Be on the lookout for that as well. I'm still trying to determine what I'm going to do with the Monday Night War post, but I do plan to get that up soon as well. And just continue to stay tuned to my content on my channel. I'm still new over here, so any audio blunders, I do apologize for that. I'm getting used to everything here. So again, like I said, let me know what you think. If you want to be part of Team Discipline, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make comments as well, whether you agree or disagree, and we can proceed from there. Until next time, you all take care, and remember, the power of the mind